A furious union chief denies a high number of MFB firefighters called in sick on Black Saturday.
9 News with Peter Hitchener.
Good evening. A dispute over Sickies on Black Saturday has taken an emotional turn, with the boss of the Firefighters Union moved to tears. He's accused the MFB of doctoring the figures after the Bushfires Royal Commission was told there were 46 unplanned absentees as the state went up in flames. James Tarley has been following the story. James.
Pete, of the 46 absentees on Black Saturday, some certainly were sick, but only 15. Among the rest, some were on long service leave, 2 were on training courses, and 1 was on secondment to the military. But when Fire Chief Tony Murphy was asked about this in the Royal Commission yesterday, he didn't specifically use any of those figures. In fact, he did such a lousy job of trying to explain this that it looked as though he was accusing his own people of taking sickies on the day of Australia's worst ever natural disaster. At least that's the way the Firefighters Union chose to interpret his evidence today, and then went to town.
What's the rank and file feeling today? You got
very angered, very angered.
So angry, in fact, that Peter Marshall broke down in his media conference and needed a moment to compose himself before trying to explain why.
They take this job very serious. One of them actually lost their mother on the day, and to denigrate them in such a cheap way, we say, is just not good.
He says the Chief Fire Officer, Tony Murphy, is responsible for that denigration, forcing him into damage control with his troops.
I have unswerving support for their integrity, decency, professionalism and commitment.
Yesterday in the Royal Commission, Mr Murphy was asked if he'd made any inquiries about what the 46 absent firefighters were doing on Black Saturday. He said he hadn't.
Because that was not unplanned leave. People did not simply take sick leave on that day. People were on work cover, on promotional courses, on military leave that Mr Murphy would have approved.
But the fire chief says his evidence has been twisted.
It was done by the media, and we're going to make sure that we have the record corrected.
Peter Marshall also says 5 MFB crews were left doing nothing at Whittlesea on Black Saturday because the CFA didn't deploy them. James Talia, 9 News.